Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, they tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the par, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo.
We are live!
Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it
Happy
comes to the
St.
Kings,
Patrick's
it's my
Day.
favorite show.
Deuce Mason, Morgan, Reagan, the Kings.
Deuce and Mo.
Wow. Got hammered tonight against those San Antonio Spurs. How are we doing on Tuesday?
What up, Deuce?
Hey.
Hey, Morgan.
What's up, party people?
I'm rooting for y'all.
And how about those 18 and 52 Kings?
Go Kings.
Yay.
Appreciate the basketball sickos. This game was over fast tonight.
Yep.
Spurs with 39 points in the first quarter. Followed it up with 39 in the second quarter. 78 points in that first half. Wow. Appreciate you guys. We're going to obviously talk about a little bit about the game, some big picture stuff involving the San Antonio Spurs and kind of where they stack up. Oh, expansion talk is officially here in the league. And what the hell is happening with the Houston Rockets? What's up, everybody? Hi, Mo.
Hi,
Why
Deuce.
are you looking at me like that?
It's just funny. What's up, everybody? Here on a Tuesday night after a shitty loss.
Oh, yeah.
But beggars can't be choosers.
You
know?
You can. You can.
I know.
The ultimate goal is to be as competitive as you can.
Oh, 100%. It's like, it's funny because the frustration, I have like so many frustration of like, and I know we'll get into it, but just like fundamental things that
Oh, my
weren't
goodness.
done tonight, the mental focus, like those things. So I have frustrations toward that when that's what you're sitting there and watching. You're just like, whoa. Ugh.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Well, if you are here, make sure to do us a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. All it does is help our channel grow. Make sure you're subscribed to so you know when we drop content. Support us. Appreciate it. So people up around the basketball universe, check us out. Shout out to Derek in Tacoma, Adam in Lincoln. What's up, Ryan? We got T. Deckler. Sean is in the building. Relax into the black. Adam in Lincoln, the baby daddy. Pablo, appreciate all you guys for being here.
Give me a hell yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did anyone pinch you tonight?
Yeah, actually, someone did.
No.
Yeah.
I thought that only happens in elementary school.
One person did. It was just like a quick little
Really?
on the butt too. I was like,
You lie.
why would you do
That's
that?
an HR violation. You lie.
I lied.
I did not get pinched and I did not wear green. And Kyle was calling me out on like the first part of the broadcast because he was wearing green.
Oh, he's wearing a Celtics green.
And I was like, yeah, definitely. And that's what someone else said too. They're like, wait, that's Celtics green. But it's funny because I was wearing a gray suit and I was sweating really bad today.
I mean, you're.
And what? I don't like usually sweat like that.
Aren't
Like
you
that
at-
was
you're
weird.
kind of at that age. I mean, I'm not. We're not the same age, so it's just weird. But you're at that age where you start getting like the hot flashes,
The
right?
pre-menopause.
Pre.
Yeah, there's pre.
I think you're past it. You're in it.
Oh.
You're in. This is the regular
this is so
season.
cute
you know?
coming from a man.
What?
That you don't know anything about this. If I was in it, you would know. If anything, it's
I can
pre.
tell right now you're in it.
Well, I felt anyway, he pointed out, he was like, well, you're not wearing green. I was like, yeah, and I'm not even wearing my gray jacket because I'm sweating through it. Like I was just like so honest about it on
That's
the broadcast.
crazy. You were sweating through
Sweating
a
through
suit jacket.
A shirt to my gray
Why are you so
suit.
hot?
I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. And then like I was freezing by post game. So then I was like shivering by post game. Oh no, she's going through it.
Yikes.
Oh my God, but don't I look so young? Don't I look like I could never have premenopause?
Gina, I swear I'm kidding. I always have to preface this. The last time I made a joke,
You have to preface this.
Morgan got on me after the podcast. Goes, Deuce, you've made that joke too many times. People are going to think you're serious. It's
Yes.
like, I mean, they're not.
Yes, they are. You have to, especially because like even just you look a little evil. Like you give off like evil. What?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's Royale right there. And so it's like you have to preface it. So
All right. Well,
be better.
thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
Work on your sweating problems. Carlin, don't mind me.
Oh my God. Even Sean saying, and then at halftime I was wearing the jacket over my shoulders because I was still a little hot. I like that look, by the way. Anyway.
Lynn, the Spurs fan, says it was hot today, in my opinion. It's roasting, 83 degrees. Can't be crying about 83 degrees. We got spoiled in Sacramento with the weather in the summer of 2025. I'll never forget how perfect last summer was.
Stunning.
Well, welcome back. Reality. Hell is here. All right, let's start the podcast. Appreciate you guys being here. Deuce Mo, come down. 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast on a St. Patrick's Day. Well, the Kings didn't have much luck stopping the Spurs tonight. Hey, San Antonio hit a franchise record. Yes, a franchise record. 25 threes. At the half, they had 27 assists and just 2 turnovers. Finished the night with 41 dimes and 6 turnovers. The Spurs dominate the Kings in Sacramento tonight, 132-104. With the loss, the Kings fall to 18-52. This podcast, as always, presented by our friends who are Sentivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. How you doing, Mo?
I'm fine. I'm good. It's a Tuesday night. It's early. Weird saying that. Me saying that at 10:15, 10:18.
Are you sweating a little bit? Just checking the pits?
Nope, not sweating. I was sweating earlier on the broadcast, but nobody could tell. But I still let everyone know I was. But I'm good now.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. We're very festive, except we're not at all. I guess our lower third has some 4-leaf clovers or something. Do you have a good luck charm?
I used to. I used to be super superstitious, like super superstitious. I guess I still am. Like if I find a penny, it's a lucky penny and I pick it up. And I used to put a penny in my shoe when I would play. It was a lucky penny that I had, and I would put it in my basketball shoe every single game.
Stupid. You've told that story before. It's so stupid. I would never.
I mean, you just asked me, and so what did you have?
It's funny. I was thinking about it today. I tried to sit and be like, what is my lucky charm? What would be? My mind went blank. Because I just don't.
You're not.
I'm not a believer.
That's sad, dude. I found a 4-leaf clover when I was a kid and I put it in like saran wrap.
Stop it.
What?
You found a 4-leaf clover.
Ask my mom.
Where?
And we had freaking.
In your backyard?
Yeah. And there was a whole bunch of clovers. I found a 4-leaf clover. And because my mom would tell us like how lucky they were. And if anyone's mom used to take like wildflowers and press them and make them into a bookmark, well, I did that with my 4-leaf clover. And so, but it wasn't like good luck. I just like found a 4-leaf clover, which I guess is good luck.
I will say as a child, I would go to great lengths trying to find a 4-leaf clover.
I know. No, you didn't go. I was determined and I fucking found one.
See, where I lived, we had like a 1-leaf clover. That was like the highlight.
I don't think that was
we didn't have a grass.
I don't think that was a clover.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh my God. So dumb.
All right. Well, Morgan Reagan. So those Sacramento Kings tonight. A little bit of a reality check, I'm sure, for Sacramento, and maybe even some fans. I don't even know if that's true. The Kings came into this game like 6-5 in their last 11 games.
Yeah.
But you looked at some of those wins. The Clippers win, definitely impressive. Not going to take anything away. Even though Kawhi left, the Kings were still playing good basketball, even when Kawhi was in that game.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like during the stretch, they faced some teams that are just as bad as them.
Yep.
And if not worse, because they are sitting guys, right?
Sure.
Well, tonight, they faced a team that looks like a championship contender, and the Kings are one of the worst teams in the league. And that was on full display, like right away. I'm not going to sit here and be like so worked up about it, but
Good.
There are things that happen in a game. You're just like, what are we doing here? Like, I
That's
know
it.
we're bad, but like, what are we doing here? So we'll talk about that. We had talk some NBA expansion. We'll bounce around the NBA too. De'Aaron Fox back in the building for the second time since the trade. Was there any feelings when you saw him tonight, or have you been able to move on?
I've been able to move on, except there's times when I watch him on League Pass that I'll feel it once in a while. When it's, I got to see HB, just like what a happy, sweet person. But like when you see them go off or like have really good nights on League Pass, you're like, what? Really? Really? You know, when De'Aaron would have like an explosive move to the basket, I'm like, yeah, that's so nice. Like what an elite skill set, because it's just so smooth, so explosive. But you know, even I was asked this on the postgame show and about De'Aaron, I'm just like, at the end of the day, it would never work out here in Sacramento with the role that he would have to play. Like, not, it wouldn't work out. I'm sorry. Rewind. He would never be able to reach whatever type of greatness that I feel like he's going to reach with the Spurs, because when you're paired up with generational talent like a Victor Wembanyama, and then with a team with a culture that, or with a team that has a culture that has an identity, Sacramento never seemed like it was going to have that with him. It always seemed like he was going to have to be the number one guy, because even with him here for so many years, they could never figure out a way to build it perfectly.
Yeah, I think it's tough because it's like your high school sweetheart has moved on, and let me tell you,
they're hot.
They are dating a celebrity,
Oof.
and they are living the
Glow
life.
up.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, I've been through a couple of, and it hasn't gone well. I
Yeah.
thought I had one. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm still searching. Okay, I'm swiping through the apps right now, and it's
a gambling addiction. You're swiping through
Yeah,
apps.
yeah.
You're like hitting rock
yeah.
bottom.
I'm betting like G League games.
Yeah.
and,
Oh
like,
yeah. And you got into crypto and you lost all your money.
I'm in a tough spot right now.
Wait, let's
but
keep
I'm
naming-
a good person,
Oh, for sure. Like you deserve better.
and it wasn't gonna work out with them anyway.
No.
but
no.
man.
Yeah.
That's where it's at for me. I'm obviously happy with for De'Aaron. I talked to De'Aaron before the game a little bit, and he's obviously in a really good spot right now.
I love that. And that does make me happy.
He just said like the group is really connected, and they just like each other. They all like each other.
That's cool.
I asked him like, what is it truly like playing with Victor?
Oh, you asked him that? That's awesome.
Yeah, because I'm just like, it's just like not fair. He goes, it allows me to be super aggressive. Like he goes, you see how physical we can play.
You see it on
as a group?
display
Like
every
we
night.
can be that physical because of him, and
a-
it just speaks volumes to where this Spurs team is at. But we'll talk about the Spurs in a second. With Sacramento tonight, there's a couple of good positive headlines we'll get to, but I want to start first this, Morgan.
Yeah, please.
I know you're not supposed to beat the Spurs. I know it. The Kings are down so many players, right? They did get Russell Westbrook back tonight, who made some NBA history. And then Malik Monk did not play in this game. So still shorthanded. We know. Blah, 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 blah. But in that second quarter, there was a sequence where Precious Achiuwa, to his credit, salute, hit a really tough floater over Victor Wembanyama. And then Victor,
Oh, yeah.
is off a Kings make, sprints down the floor, past everybody. Fox finds him. Wemby scores it right at the rim with ease.
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened again. And look, Victor's hard enough to deal with when you're engaged, when you're trying to play physical with him. But when you're just allowing him to outwork you and sprint past you down the floor, you cannot lose sight of this man. And he outworked Sacramento in that stretch. That was a bit frustrating to watch.
Outworked. In like those moments, if you see those moments happen, you're like, oh shit, they're better. He's better, whatever. Okay. It wasn't like that though. It was these mental lapses with Kings players and the lack of mental focus for them from the start. from the beginning play. Was the first play a dunk, an alley-oop dunk to Wemby?
No. The first play of the game was Victor pump fake drive, and he took it like one step and dunked it home.
Yeah.
The first play of the game, you're like, all right, this might be a long night.
But then that ended up, and then I think it was an alley-oop dunk or just another dunk by Wemby to start the second half.
That was to start the second half. The Kings, of course, were down at the half. It was a massive lead for San Antonio. They scored, 79 points in the first half? So they were killing Sacramento 79-47 at the half. In the third quarter, Fox to Wemby lob to open up the half.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? And then the next play down, Harrison Barnes, you're like, how did he get so wide open? Again, Harrison Barnes just sprinting in transition, and no one picked him up. And he just got behind the defense. They found him, easy score. And Doug Christie has to call a timeout like 43 seconds into the second half.
Yep.
The Kings were down, I think, to one timeout in the third quarter. Because I don't think they had a timeout. Yeah, because they were down to 3 timeouts not even halfway through the second quarter.
Whoa.
And they went like pretty much the whole fourth quarter without a timeout.
Yeah. And I remember when it was timeout after timeout after timeout. I'm like, okay, Doug, like, here you go. But at the same time, I think he already knew where this game was going to go and needed adjustments in those moments. But yeah, it was, I'm sure, very tough for them, but it was tough for everyone in the crowd as well.
Why do you think San Antonio was able to get so many clean looks for 3? They average about 13 and a half makes per game from downtown, which is like, I think 17th, 18th in the NBA tonight, a franchise record 25 of 49.
So obviously you're going to have a different type of awareness of where Wemby is on the floor at all times. You're going to want to be in help. But I thought that either the defensive game plan, either what it was not good, or it was not executed. Like, it's one or the other. And it was just like focus being on Wemby and everyone sinking in and allowing there to be so many open threes. I mean, it didn't need to be De'Aaron Fox driving into the paint and defense collapsing, and then they would get the spray. It was just like Wemby would barely move, and it felt like the help would shift over.
Too much.
Way too much. And this is a team that can shoot the 3, but I think you even said, like, you sent me a note earlier, like they're averaging like 13 and a half threes per game.
Yeah, it's a note I literally said 30 seconds ago, if you're actually listening to me for once.
Did you actually did you say 13 and a half?
Yes.
That's funny.
I just said it.
You probably were like kind of mumbling your words, and I heard 30.
The chat, well, the chat doesn't have my back often. Chat's going to have my back on this one.
That's fine. Either way, I just said you sent me a note, so I was giving you credit for your
Thank
stupid
you.
no. But anyway, them averaging 13 and a half threes per game and being able to knock down the amount that they knocked down tonight, it just seemed like they were going to shoot like that because it was like shooting at practice. Like,
yeah.
Someone was always a step off. Like sure, the hustle to close out would be there. Like, everyone was always going to try and close out, but there was times where there was no body around to even close out on some of these guys.
Which is just brutal. And we talk about it all the time. These are NBA players. You give them open looks and they get comfortable. Like, hey, good luck. You're going to get destroyed. And there was just some crazy stats from just the first half. I mentioned 78-47 at the half. The Spurs had 27 assists on 30 makes and just 2 turnovers. Our awesome producer, Nick, hit us up about this. It was just the 6th time since 1997 that a team had 27-plus assists in a half.
Well, Deuce, it's so funny because our producer, Nick, hit us up and he said just the 6th time since 1997. You took it away, so I couldn't read it all. But that's crazy. That's crazy. When you see all those assists in just the first half, I mean, it was one of those things where you couldn't blame like it being a night where like, oh, they're just on fire. No one felt uncomfortable out there. The physicality from the Kings defense as a team was not there. Like, I felt like the effort wasn't there. And I get it. There's going to be times when a team is up on you and you just feel down and it's hard to kind of like get out of that. But at the same time, you just have to have a different type of personal pride on your home floor.
Yeah. A lot of breakdowns defensively with like miscommunication on switches. You mentioned the overhelping, and the Spurs just feasted. They end up shooting just under 52% from the field. They were 51% from three, ending up with 41 assists and just 6 turnovers tonight. Brutal.
Jesus.
The good.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There's good.
One more bad, actually.
Oh,
one more bad.
By all means.
I'm hoping Daquan Plowden's okay. He left the game about 2:55 to go in the fourth quarter. I was like, why is Doug Christie putting Doug McDermott in? Well, Plowden was limping back to the locker room. And for a guy who's on a 2-way deal, who's getting so much opportunity here, it would just suck if he had to miss any time long term.
Yeah,
so,
very much so.
Hopefully he's okay.
Very bad, very bad. Please get to something good.
The good. Let's shout out Russell Westbrook. He made some NBA history tonight. He is now 5th all-time in assists, 10,336 assists. He passed not only Mark Jackson tonight, but Steve Nash for 5th all-time in NBA history. The top 5 now: Stockton, Chris Paul, number 2, Jason Kidd, and number 4, LeBron, followed by Russell Westbrook.
It is pretty wild.
He did some things tonight, and they're just subtle things that I just love what a basketball player does.
Okay.
We've mentioned his like chemistry with Maxime Raynaud, right? Like,
Wonderful.
He's so good at setting up Max. But in the final stretch of the game, and when he played tonight, and I'm trying to remember when he came out. Yeah, it was in the third quarter then. He was getting into some 2-man action with Max per usual. And Victor was still in the game. And obviously with Victor down there, it's just so hard. I mean, you could feel like you've got the cleanest look ever. You've literally attempted that shot thousands of times in your life, but it's not with this 7'4" guy whose ability to alter shots just by his sheer presence. That it's just going to mess with you. Russ started shielding him off. After giving Max the ball, he would kind of plow into Victor Wembanyama underneath the basket and screen him off, push him out of the way, and allowed Max to get some good looks.
And that's just taking pride in those the small moments and the details. And no, I can appreciate that so much about Russ, because even every single game this year, he wants to be defending the best player. It's like he just takes pride in those moments of doing something that is impactful, especially when it's against one of the best players out there on the floor.
And man, does he make life easier for Maxime Raynaud. It's not to take anything away from Max, but I just think he's a player that has given Max so much more confidence in his game. So congratulations to Russell Westbrook. I mean, top 5 in assists is just crazy.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Cool to see as he's doing it in a Kings uniform as well.
Maxime Raynaud, a new career high, 32 points tonight. He had 32 points, 9 assists. I think the most exciting aspect for me about his game tonight, 2 of 5 from downtown. He took 5 3-point attempts. He also took 25 shots in this game, 13 of 25 shooting. And it wasn't all with Westbrook in the game either, which was encouraging. And he had that nice play late. Bismack Biyombo was in the game, and Max on the perimeter, pump fake, put the ball on the floor, and jammed it home.
That one, and then that last assist that he had, the behind the back assist. I forget who it was too, but it was just like another. I think it could have been Dylan Cardwell.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like he just reads the game so well, and he. Like, I think there's only been like a game or two this year where you see like him rattled. That's crazy to say with a rookie that wasn't even going to see these type of opportunities. That was the 42nd pick in the draft, and he looks like not only that he belongs, but has the a new career highest scoring player on the squad tonight. And it's just how he was scoring. It's like you said, him being able to stretch the floor and work on that. Please, yes. And I love the 2 that he did knock down. They look good. His shot didn't look weird. It looked smooth, all in one motion.
And I think he gets up to play his buddy Victor.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Victor Wembanyama is just unbelievable, obviously.
Yes.
And he definitely altered some of Max's shots.
Oh, yes.
But it didn't stop Max from like attacking and trying to go at him. It's like, no, go at this guy. Don't back down.
Yeah.
So that was good to see.
Yeah, no. And so overall for Max, even some of his floaters, like the finesse, like it doesn't matter if it's Wemby or whoever else that's just putting an arm up. He understands how much arc he has to put on the shot. Like those things, those details, like we were just talking about details of like Russ, like doing small things. Like he does those details of making the right pass. Or I was breaking down some of his game from the last time that they played the Spurs, and he did such a good job, like at the top with a little Verjao screen where he's like on one side and then switches over to the other side and then slips it. And just being able to read the game at such a high level at this point of the season. And then it obviously translating into a night like this.
Yeah. just under 42 minutes for Maxime Raynaud too. God,
Sweet.
The Kings just don't have a lot of bodies.
No, they don't.
I wonder what they're going to do. Like, I know Stockton's on the road still, but at some point, it's like, God, you need Patrick Baldwin. You need Isaiah Stevens at this point.
Do you though?
I mean, I do think you're leaning heavy, especially if you lose Plowden. Devin Carter's out. Malik's out still. I mean, it's just, you're going to be down to like 8 guys.
Let them cook.
It's not about letting them cook. You're going to run people into the ground.
No, let them cook. I hear you. I hear you on that, and I would like to see more of Patrick Baldwin.
I'm not saying I want to see. I'm just saying you just need bodies.
I understand.
You act like I'm over here going, dude, I need Patrick Baldwin in the game now. Get him on a plane off this road trip. I'm just saying, like, God, I mean, you're like 8 players, 9 players. It's not a lot. Anyway, DeMar DeRozan coming into this game had 107 points over his last 3 games. Had that 41-point game against the Salt Lake City Stars. And tonight, only plays 17 minutes. 2 points, 1 of 4 shooting in this one. And they had Steph Castle on him. Steph Castle. This guy, dude. And that's the thing I think the Spurs feel so confident about. It's like, hey, obviously they know they're a better team than the Kings, but defensively, it's like, dude, we can load up on DeMar here. And we have the size and a defender in Steph Castle who can do the job because he's got great length. Like DeMar is so good. Of course, we know his ability to score the basketball on pump fakes. Steph, for a young player in this league, is such a disciplined defender.
Yep.
He plays really physical, and he's got great length to alter shots.
Again, when you have the confidence of having a second line of defense or knowing that you have the help that you need on the floor, you're going to feel confident in your task at hand. And his task was to defend DeMar DeRozan, who is a walking bucket. And like you said, being able to use his length. So even when DeMar is getting that space, but staying disciplined when he's trying to come into you or whatever it was, it's like, yeah. And for DeMar only playing that many minutes, like he's not going to find even much of his flow.
I'm just talking about when he was out there.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel like he could get anything going against the Spurs defense because of that length and that they have a guy, having that primary guy who's got the size and the discipline to check you, especially when you're like this vet who's been logging a shit ton of minutes, 3 games and 4 nights. You're like, I got to deal with this guy.
I know. So of course it's the night that DeMar doesn't get to play all the way through, and then they just keep on playing some of the young guys throughout the end. It's one of those things I would like to see, like in that last game when DeMar was playing like all of the fourth quarter. It's like, those are the games that I want to see some of the young guys play in those minutes, in those important NBA minutes.
I know it's a topic we've hit on a lot, but you're so right on this. Like, cool.
Sorry.
Young guys playing when it's a blowout and you're just like, hey, go out there and get yours. It's so valuable for them to play in a close game too.
Yes.
And that's where, against Utah the other night, just, hey, DeMar, you've had your run. You're not playing in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Yes.
It just, when I saw it tonight, when I saw him like not go back in, I was just like, now we're doing this. Now we're doing this.
It's been like that all year.
I know.
We've been on it. It's like, if the game is close,
yes,
DeMar's going to play.
Yes. And those minutes are so valuable for these young guys to like work through and like have those moments. Cause like, what does it mean for DeMar to have those moments in a season like this? But
it's not taking anything away from what DeMar accomplishes. The guy is such a gifted scorer in this league, and he's been doing it at a high level forever. And he's just going to go do his job in those moments. But that's where it's like, all right.
Yep.
Like, let's look for developmental opportunities in close games, not just like blowouts against some really good teams.
Just a quick observation.
Where are you at with this Spurs team? Now sitting at 51-18. The first time they've won 50-plus games in the season since the 2016-17 season. It's crazy that, they didn't make the playoffs last year. And here they are, year 3, Victor Wembanyama, and it's like, oh, shit.
Yep. It's oh shit. I mean, I think why so many people have a hard time believing what they can be this year in the postseason is because of even what last year and the year before. Like, aren't we talking 20-something wins or whatever for this Spurs team? But there's been a lot of shit that they've also gone through from Victor's had to go through with adversity of losing the head coach that he was with for a little bit, and Greg Popovich, and that era just being over, to trying to work through injuries, and then obviously trading for De'Aaron Fox. And so you're just working with different rosters and everything else. And this team looks like they play so well together. They look so disciplined out there together. And although they're young and can use the postseason experience together, why can't we look at this team and go, oh yeah, they can make a run for it? I still have OKC at the top.
It's funny because I do think they've got a blend, because we look at them as a young team. Like, Julian Champagne's not super young. Obviously, Harrison Barnes isn't. Fox is a veteran in this league. Keldon Johnson's been around for a minute. Same with Cornette, Olynyk. You have some young guys sprinkled in there, but like all their young guys seem so mature. And obviously what Victor Wembanyama can do is outrageous. The Spurs have now won, 19 of their last 21 games. Oof. And they're still behind OKC. OKC clinched a playoff spot tonight. But yeah, I mean, Victor Wembanyama just changes everything. And, you feel the superstardom when you watch him. It goes back to the All-Star game this year where he was busting his ass and set the tone. I felt like, oh, that to me looked like a face of the league setting the tone.
Yeah.
And then even that game against the Clippers where they get down 25 and he's crying after the game.
Yeah.
And
passion.
Oh, this guy gives a fuck.
Every night. Every night.
So you couple that, the give a fuck factor, which is big.
I'm
big
factor.
on give a fuck factor.
Give a fuck factor.
Okay. Couple that with you're 7'4" and you could do things on the floor that no 7'4" guy has ever done in NBA history. Like, holy shit, you have something special here. And I felt it tonight. There were a lot of Spurs fans in the building, but the attention Victor Wembanyama got before the game while he was on the court.
Yeah.
I was on the concourse. There was a group of probably 25, 30 kids at the top of the concourse. Go, Victor! They're like watching his warm-ups, freaking out.
So
and then
cool.
after the game, it's the same thing. Like everyone right by the tunnel waiting for him to come through. This guy's 3 years in, and he is a superstar. He's going to be the face of the league. He's got such a great following. And when you have a guy who's as talented as him and has that star power, dude.
Leadership qualities. I mean, you just said the give a fuck factor, like all the different things. But you just mentioned it with this team. I think they always do get looked at as they're young. And sometimes it's like inexperience of the postseason together doesn't make a team, a full roster, young. They have players that have experience in this league and have seen some shit. And now all these people on this roster are within an organization that has a standard and an identity set. Even when they were losing or only winning 20, 25 games in the last couple of seasons. Like, that wasn't just due to, because they weren't good enough. It was like injuries. It was not having certain pieces. It was kind of the youth factor of guys just, like some of the newer guys still learning things. And now it just seems like this team fully gets it this year. What that means for the postseason, we'll see. But already they bring that playoff physicality every single night on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it's one of those where when you see a younger team and they're like really offensive minded, like, all right, what's it going to be like?
Yes.
For them come playoff time when the physicality goes up. The Spurs are physical. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league, right? They are top 5 in offense and in defense.
What you said to me before the game, this is actually hilarious. You said, yeah, the Spurs, the only question really for them in the postseason is if they can knock down the three.
I know. And then tonight they had a franchise record against the Kings. I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Champagne he's just lethal. He's a guy that gets super hot from downtown. But yeah, I mean, if that's the one question, but they have the perimeter defense.
Yeah.
And like I said, when you are on the perimeter and you have the talent to defend, and on top of that, you have Victor behind you or Luke Cornett, you can go double big. It's pretty nasty. I'm not going crazy about them saying they are for sure the favorite or anything like that, but they are a contender. And they played well against Oklahoma City this year. Chet looks rattled every time he plays Victor Wembanyama. I hope these two teams meet up.
Same. And and by the way, like that doesn't have to be the conversation. Okay, who do you pick? OKC or Spurs? Like, you can just have interactions about like why this team is good, why this team is good, and you don't have to take a strong stance on like why you think the Spurs could just do it this year. I think it's going to be fun to see how they develop in their first postseason together. And that could take a huge leap, or it can just kind of be like, oh, yep, this is what we kind of expected from a team that hasn't seen this before and doesn't have the experience.
Either way, they're fine long term when you've got that freak Victor Wembanyama. I mean, seeing him in person too, you just marvel at the things he can do out there. Someone
did say, Vocal Stone said, to be fair, any team playing against the Kings will break any 3-point record.
That's true. Didn't the Orlando Magic set a franchise record earlier this year?
They sure
which
did.
Broke their franchise record that they set against the Kings a couple of years before.
There's something in the water, right?
And people say that. You know what it is? It's just having bad teams over the years.
Okay.
It's just
so it's not in the water.
No.
Got it. Okay.
No.
Shit.
Not at all. Who would be your Butcher and Barrel player of this game tonight?
Oh, I'm going to go with Maxime Raynaud. I don't give a shit that it was a blowout. It's Max for me. Hey!
Maxime Raynaud is our Butcher and Barrel player of the game, a career high 32 points, his first 30-point game of his young NBA career. He also had 9 rebounds, a couple assists, 13 of 25 shooting. He was 2 of 5 from downtown. Maxime Raynaud, our Butcher and Barrel player of the game.
Butcher and Barrel, so delish, so amazing. Right across the street from Golden One Center on K Street. Such a vibe before Kings games as well. They have game day deals, $39 for a Wagyu burger, a shot, and a beer, or just go, I know, happy hour. You can go for dinner any day of the week. It's absolutely delicious. Go to Butcher and Barrel.
Appreciate their support of the podcast. We got more coming up too. We got to talk some expansion. A couple of NBA teams on the way. Is it actually good for the NBA, though? We'll talk about that and much more. This podcast is always presented by our friends over at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery.
The best wine ever. You can get your own bottles at sentivovineyards.com. They also have champagne there. They are such great people. It's a family-owned business. They're all Kings fans, so they understand the ups and downs. But they also understand really good wine. And they also understand beautiful tasting rooms. And you can check out their new tasting room in Sassoon Valley. It's like 40 minutes out of Sacramento. It's absolutely stunning. As the weather just keeps getting better, it's a good place to go for weather. You can go for Mother's Day. You can go...
We call that lottery day this year.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Ooh.
If you have Mother's Day plans, mom needs to understand one thing. First of all, hopefully your mom's a basketball sicko.
Wait, no, you're not. Your mom needs to understand one thing. Everyone else needs to understand the one thing that your mom wants. Your mom doesn't want to hang out with you on Mother's Day. She had to take care of your ass your whole entire life. Give her the day off. You go watch the NBA lottery. Give her a great...
And she probably wants to watch it too.
Give her a Sentivo Vineyards gift card. Let her just go off to the tasting room for the day with all the other moms and just get away from her, okay? Let her be free. My God, I feel so bad for all you mothers.
But check out Sentivo Vineyards and Winery.
Go there.
Also presented by our friends over at
Medic Ambulance. Woo, woo. We've teamed up with Medic Ambulance, the trusted name in emergency medical services across Northern California. From life-saving responses to being the team behind the scenes at your favorite events, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
Appreciate everyone's support of the podcast. Hey, just for funsies, should we look at little tankathon, little simulation of the lottery, huh?
Well, obviously we have to if you have it up.
Thank you very much.
It is up.
Okay, let me make sure we're good.
Okay, so what does this first time mean?
What do you mean? What's the first time?
Well,
mean?
you always say like it either means like it's going to happen or the first time doesn't matter. Or do we wait until you
fine.
do?
That's all right. Here we go. So right now, Sacramento sitting at 18-52. They are fourth worst in the NBA. Indiana still hanging on to that first spot with Washington and Brooklyn in the top three. All right, simulation here. Kings have a 48% chance at a top 4 pick, 12.5% chance at the number 1. And they stay at number 4. I'd sign up for that.
I'd sign up.
I would sign up for that.
Darryn Peterson, he's there, available. Because you got AJ going, then you got, let's say, Cam Boozer, and then you got Caleb Wilson. Oh, God, do the Kings take the chance on Darryn Peterson?
There's the Darryn Peterson stuff is going to be really, really interesting.
Yeah, it is.
There's a really good article today in the Kansas City Star about him, kind of highlighting his season and the stuff he's had to overcome with the full body cramps.
Insane.
That were traumatizing to him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this. We've all been here. And by the way, I drink a ton of water, but there are these random times in the middle of the night. I don't know if you guys have this where like, oh my God, I've got a calf cramp and I think I'm going to die. Okay. And I sit there, I wake up in the middle of the night. There's a calf cramp. Maybe it's because, I'm juiced. Wait, no, I'm not juiced. I'm jacked. I'm not juicing. Just to be clear.
You look kind of strong.
And I'm hitting my calf. I'm just, oh my God. And there's a brief moment. I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die right now. And you feel like your calf's going to be stuck like that forever. This pain is just cramping. And then it stops and that release feels so amazing. I go, God.
You guys.
My point being, imagine that happening over your entire body.
What do you think period cramps basically are? Like, it doesn't just happen in your midsection. Like,
Okay.
you feel it. You feel it a lot. My point is, you just got so dramatic about that calf cramp and the amount of times that you shit on me talking about like, oh, I'm in pain. It's that time of the month. And then you're like, shouldn't you know how that feels by now since it happens every month? Shouldn't you know how that feels by now since it happens, you say all the time to you?
I didn't say it happens all the time. I said it's happened. My whole point, though, is that Darryn Peterson had full body cramps and had to go to the hospital for it. And so he said that he was traumatized by this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, your whole body cramping up is absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And even for him to be able to take that pain, I'm so sorry that happens to you. Like,
that's not the point. I know you keep bringing it back to me. I was highlighting the fact that I'm a baby with a calf cramp in the middle of the night.
There we go.
This person, Darryn Peterson, who's trying to make it to the NBA, had full body cramps and was hospitalized for it. That was my point.
And that I would honestly be very much traumatized as well. And it just makes it scarier that he could fall to wherever in the draft. And then you have someone who, again, has that type of fear in an injury or in that feeling in his body. And what has that done to him mentally? Right.
Well, I think he's fighting through it right now.
Absolutely.
And I think that's also because I keep hearing that other side. It's like, oh, worried about. And I'm not saying I'm not saying to dismiss what he's gone through this year, but he's also really trying to fight through it and to fight through the mental thing. He's not giving up. Dude, the easiest thing Darryn Peterson could have done is like a month into the college basketball season when he was playing well and like everything was bugging him. He was dealing with injuries. He could have just been like, I'm not playing anymore. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm staying. I'm going to end up going number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, he's gambled a bit here by playing. And so this month is going to be really this next couple of weeks with March Madness, Kansas in the NCAA tournament. What does he look like then? And then it goes to the combine. Like, what's happening in the conversations? These teams are going to be doing so much digging. And it's not just digging into, the details that it's also talking to other coaches. It's talking to coaches who have defended him. It's assistant coaches. It's if you have a relationship with Bill Self, you're trying to get something out of him so you can have the most educated
opinion.
Yeah, going right into the draft.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be tough because you're also going to have a lot of people that in himself and his team like pushing like everything's fine. He's worked through it. Look at the resilience. And I believe that. I totally believe that. I can't imagine having full body cramps. It sucks. It hurts. But at the same time, like it's all of those things that I do calculate in there or factor in is just, for example, when someone tears their ACL or Achilles or something, and then they get back out there, you've seen guys not bounce back the same. And it's not necessarily because they didn't prepare themselves physically. It's sometimes a mental thing. And so I just hope that this doesn't end up being his story.
I guess we'll find out together.
Yeah.
Professor Oak is someone I follow on Twitter. He's a big Kings fan, and he had a little thread today that applied to the Kings a little bit. I just thought it was interesting, and maybe it just makes all of us feel better for where the Kings are at in this whole lottery. Right now, at the 4th worst record in the NBA. He wrote, the Rockets and Spurs, along with the Blazers, have all been rebuilding in recent years, and their status today has basically been determined by lottery luck. It's stark how sheer dumb luck can predetermine a team's fate. The Spurs are one of the best teams in the league, and it all flowed from jumping to 1 in 2023 to grab Wemby, moving up 1 spot to get Castle in 2024, and 6 spots in 2025 to get Harper help too. Smart moves mixed in for sure, but it all started with lottery luck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
He goes on to say the Rockets were in the lottery from the 21 to 24. They got unlucky each year. They failed to get Green instead of Cade in 21, failed to get Jabari Smith instead of Paulo or Chet in 22, failed to get Ahmed Thompson instead of Wemby or Miller in 23. Good, but not great players. Consequently, they're a good team, a clear tier below the great ones. And Portland has been in the lottery since 2022. They are just stuck in mediocrity. Fell a spot in 2022 to get Sharp. Did move up in 2023, but not high enough to get Wemby. They fell 7 spots in 2024 to get Klingon, who, by the way, has been really good. Mm-hmm. They are a play-in team with no clear path to contention. In recent history, the Wizards and the Mavs got future stars with big lotto luck. On the other hand, Utah's been hosed. We'll have to see who gets lucky this year and how the respective rebuilds go.
Yeah. I like that. A lot of luck is involved. Now, what I will say too, though, and you and I were talking about this the other night when we saw the Celtics playing, we saw Peyton Pritchard, and we just, he's doing everything, and his defense is just like taking so many steps. And I said to you, I said, man, do you think he would have developed into this if he was in a different system? In not a good system in the NBA, not part of a winning organization that understands it or understands how to develop. And maybe he still would have been able, as an individual, be able to build his game like that. But it does take an organization to also take a shift into luck of a coach and sustainability and knowing where the direction that you want to go. Because if you don't have that too, along with the other lucky things that you're doing within the draft, then what is it all going to be?
Right.
It's the basketball. There's so much more to it than just having good players on your team. You have to know how to work with the good players too.
It all matters.
It all matters.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that depressing?
No, it's not. It's just what it is. Yeah, and sometimes you can get lucky with a guy that, it's not even about your development because they're just that good.
Yeah. Fair enough.
NBA expansion could be happening, Morgan. Next week's Board of Governors meeting will include a vote to explore adding Seattle and Las Vegas, beginning with the 28-29 season. Several cities have received some interest as being possibilities, from international locations such as Mexico City, you got Vancouver and Montreal, to American cities such as Kansas City, Louisville, and Nashville. Okay, so a couple of things. We've been hearing expansion stuff for years, and Seattle, to me, is a no fucking brainer. Right. One of the league's worst mistakes under David Stern was allowing the Sonics to relocate. not to take anything away from OKC because they've been such a competent organization for years and years since they moved to Oklahoma City. They have put together something special. But to not have an NBA team in Seattle, outrageous. Now, they were close to getting one, too, when they almost got the Sacramento Kings. Dear God, David Stern, thanks for making that happen.
Thank you.
But now they may be in a position. And then the other one being Las Vegas. I guess first things first, when you hear about expansion, the possibility, it sounds like it's just going to happen. They will be adding 2 teams in the 28-29 season.
It makes me happy thinking about Seattle. Like, that's like my first thought every single time. And then my second thought is, the NBA has too many problems right now to expand. Like, and obviously it wouldn't be for a couple of years, all the things, sure, whatever. But if we have the problem of tanking and watching how many, teams at the end of a season trying to lose and play that game, it's just, what's the point of the NBA? Are we just in it for money? Are we just in it to make money? Is it just one big business? And are we forgetting like what the plot is of the NBA and the whole goddamn point of the game? And it's like, yeah, it feels like that's been getting a little bit lost when we just talk about, these expansion teams, it costs a lot of money, like $700 billion or what, not 700,
like 10 billion.
7 billion.
7 to 10 billion.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right talking about this when the league has so many issues.
Yeah. I have been a huge proponent of expansion for a while. And I've long said that there's enough talent for this to exist. There's enough basketball talent to have 2 more teams in the league. I believe that. But I also agree with you. When you have, and this may be an extreme case this year, so many teams, and you look at it, it's been like this for a while now, where so many players are out for these teams who are out of it.
Oh my God.
We're seeing 9, 10 players on the injury list. We're seeing young players who are like year 1, year 2, in some cases, not playing or playing only 20 minutes. These teams are going to great lengths to try to get a good pick in the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
And you're adding 2 more teams to that?
Right.
Like, what's basketball look like then? And I think that's the tough part with it. Like, I do think the league is going to handle that this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if it ends up being the right solution. It's clear as day that what is happening in the league with tanking is not the right thing. Even the games tonight, it's a joke, dude. Like, the games tonight.
What happened?
I mean, Indiana pretty much sitting everybody again, right? Like, Milwaukee's all banged up. Washington, they sit everybody. They're still not playing the 2 guys they literally traded for, 2 all-stars, not playing them.
Yeah.
Sacramento's all banged up. Like, it's just a really tough watch around the league.
Yeah.
And this should be the most exciting time, right? This should be a time where it's like, dude, all right, playoff positioning.
They're fighting for this.
We're fighting for something.
Yep.
Yet a huge chunk of your league is not fighting for anything but losing. And that's, for me, I keep going back. I know we've had the whole tanking discussion forever. I can't get past this. You have a huge portion of your fan base who roots for bad teams, who are pissed when their team wins. And that can't be the case. If you're rooting for your team to lose, we, to your point, have lost the plot of what this is.
Yes.
And I understand why. I get all that. But
for sure,
that's where you go. The system has to change. And so when that is such a big topic and then the expansion thing's happening, it's like, I don't really care. I mean, address the tanking thing. And I think they will.
Okay. No, and like, we keep hearing rumblings like, it's not okay. They're going to address it. Da, da, da. And what's been kind of nice and gives me a little bit of hope is that over the last couple of years, they started addressing even the All-Star game, right?
Yeah.
And making adjustments to that. Didn't work this last year. Okay, maybe there's something there. But there's something there too because they have the right characters to make it all happen. Victor Wembanyama being that right character that made it happen, that brought the fight, that made it competitive, that bought in. The buy-in needs to be there. And so I guess when you do look at some of the, like these other things, you still need, like, even if you have a different system, you need the buy-in to the system, because that's what you would hope even with the lottery is like, well, the buy-in is it's basketball and you still play, like every single night should be playing to win the game. When really the tweak was from these organizations was, hey, we're a business, fuck the game. We want to make sure that we can make money later. Bahaha, mwahaha, greed, mwahaha, mwahaha.
So Seattle
Yes.
is a no-brainer if you're adding a team.
Yes.
I don't think Las Vegas is.
I agree. And it probably will. That's what sucks. It just will, because money, mwahaha, is all there.
It's such a touristy place. And
Yeah.
I know they support the Golden Knights, right?
In the Aces.
The Aces too.
They crushed it with the Aces.
Absolutely. Raiders games, it's 95% the opposing fans. Like they come to town for that.
Yeah.
The A's going there, what the hell? I mean, I can't
have
even.
fun.
Okay, and then you're going to add an NBA team. I think a lot of the people who live in Vegas, and this just goes by, I could be wrong, but just by going to Summer League over the years, a lot of Lakers fans. I don't think many Laker fans, you know how Laker fans are going to be like, you know what, I'm going to jump ship. I'm going to become a Las Vegas whatever fan.
Isn't that the same thing that happens with the San Diego?
Well, it's the same thing that's happened with the Raiders. Like,
you're
Raider
right.
fans are like,
It's always
Raiders are like LA, Oakland. You know, they've been that way.
Yeah.
The Chargers
That's
haven't
what I
been
was thinking of, the
accepted in
Chargers.
LA because it's a whole bunch of Raiders fans who live there.
There you go. Yeah.
So I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, and the NBA would be awesome there, but I'm just not totally convinced on that. So, yeah, getting expansion, I think, is a good idea on the surface, but this league has a lot of other issues.
Oh, a ton of issues. Yeah. And I see someone saying Vegas does love their Aces though. And it's true. But like, I'll even say this for the Valkyries, like there's a huge percentage of Valkyries fans that weren't even Warriors season ticket holders or Warriors fans. Like it's like a whole different fan base. And by the way, it is magnificent. And so that's why even for the Aces, like we went to an Aces Valkyries game in Vegas when we were there for Summer League, and it was so fun. Great energy there. With the Aces, there's just no guarantee you're going to have that same fan base truly with whatever NBA team that they could put there.
Then they got to figure out an expansion draft. 28-29, going to have 32 teams in the league. So we should find out more about that. One last thing I want to get to.
Yeah.
The Houston Rockets.
What happened?
Last night happened against the Lakers. They lost 100-92. They had an 88-85 lead, which is not some big lead, whatever, at the 6-12 mark.
Okay.
They scored 4 points the rest of the game. This has been kind of a theme with the Houston Rockets. And after the game, Kevin Durant took blame. He said, I just felt like I lost the game for us tonight. He had 18 points, but only 2 in the second half. He says, it's that simple. Of course, we probably could have made more threes, but it's on me. I mean, to be honest, I'm the offense, and the opposing team is going to use all the resources and not let me get comfortable. First half, I got comfortable in ISO, comfortable coming off pin downs, pick and rolls. They decided not to let me get comfortable no more. So I got to be smarter, better with the ball. I got to maybe shoot over some of the double teams, but space out, be ready to catch and shoot, be ready to be a screener, just be in the dunker spot, just being able to be there as a resource for my teammates to provide space. I didn't need to have the ball as much as I did tonight. I just feel like it just made us stagnant. When I come across half court and they are waiting on me to drive, but I know they're coming to double. So I wait a split second. I just think the whole process is too slow. And I just think that's all on me because the team, when they see me, it's just like 1-on-5, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because I see 2 guys coming out of the corner to help at the elbows and guys at the boxes. It's almost like a zone. I got the ball up top. When I try to post up anywhere, it's going to be double teams. So I'm just trying to find out ways to open myself up, open my teammates up. Anyway, Kevin Durant, very honest there. Alperen Şengün did not play in that game either. But this has been a theme with the Houston Rockets this year. They look lost. And I think watching that game last night, I could not believe it. How Durant described it was dead on. You're looking, going, who else on this Rockets team is going to be a threat out there?
Yeah.
They look predictable. They're young guys, Thompson and Smith. They look lost. Eason. This team got Kevin Durant to try to win a championship. I know we've been saying it since the start that they're going to miss Van Vliet. This is tough. They never addressed the point guard spot. It's clear as day. They're a mess. And they look like a prime candidate to have an early exit out of the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. It looks really rough right now.
Yeah. And that, I mean, Kevin Durant being the offense, it's like, yeah, that's going to be a given on whatever team that he's on, but you still need help. You still need someone, you'd think someone like Reed Shepherd could be knocking down a whole bunch of threes. He was 1 of 6 from 3-point land last night. Like that's the whole point of, that's his role.
But it just amazes me how indecisive they are. And that's where you do need a point guard. And like, yeah, having Durant off ball every once in a while and running some action to get him involved instead of having him bring up the ball, initiate. And then the team's just focused on him. Everyone else is kind of standing around. And they do have guys that, to me, sometimes look scared with the ball. Like,
yeah. I mean, Thompson for sure on the offensive end. But even was it last night that Tari Eason was inbounding it when it was like late in the game and like almost got a 5-second call and just like threw it in. And then I think LeBron like threw it down in transition. Looked like 25-year-old LeBron again. Either way, those moments of being indecisive is throwing away entire games and is not allowing them to play with the type of confidence that they need to be playing with on that offensive end. When you see guys like we saw in the beginning of the season for the Kings, when Neek was out there just relying on getting it to Zach LaVine and DeMar, it was like, well, then what are you out there for? And you see that so much with this Houston team where it's just like, well, wait, you're just out there for the defensive end?
The misstep for them was thinking that Amen Thompson could be the point guard, like to start the season.
Sure.
And they thought, oh, well, he's this freak, right? Because he's so athletic, he's quick, he's explosive, he defends, he could handle, he can do a little bit of everything. He can't really shoot, and he's not comfortable making decisions all the time. It's one thing when you can make a decision on a fast break opportunity, but when like it comes to trying to organize, especially late in the game when it's crunch time, what's that look like? You lose Van Vliet, and you don't even address it. And so, like, this falls on the Rockets front office. It's going to fall on Udoka, too. Like, for a team to look this lost at this stage of the season, I mean, it's one thing to miss shots. I was stunned watching how out of sync they looked as a team in the late stages of that fourth quarter. Looked completely lost.
And you just mentioned Ime Udoka, and that is you have to put some of that on the coaching staff in the sense of, like, give them direction then.
Yep.
Like, I think sometimes that can be the hardest thing to coach when you have a veteran player like a Kevin Durant, because it's like, it's not that, like, he's obviously very coachable, like whatever, but you still have to have a plan of not just being like, okay, play freely around KD or go get him open, send those pin downs. Let's make sure we're getting him open isn't just the plan that is needed, especially with a team that doesn't have a whole bunch of offensive minded guys.
It's going to be tough.
It is.
Yeah. And it's just a huge oversight because I feel like most people saw this a mile away. Like, oh, hey, that Van Vliet thing, are they going to address the point guard spot?
Yeah.
And they just didn't.
Yeah.
And so now here they are. This is their team. This is what they have to go with going forward. And it's hard for me to look at them and go, this team is going to go make a deep run in the playoffs. Last year when we saw them, when they had that toughness, of course, Van Vliet had some big time moments in the playoffs. You felt like they needed one more guy to help elevate them in crunch time. They thought Durant was that. But once you lose Van Vliet, good night.
Whole different team.
Brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. By the way, Kings coming up next play the Sixers.
Do they now?
And the Sixers are really banged up. Maxi's out. They played a game tonight against Denver. They lost 124-96. So they started tonight. Barlow, Bona, Grimes, Edgecombe, and Edwards.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Morgan, the Kings might win on Thursday.
So Edgecombe and you see Kyle Lowry played 18 minutes.
Even Kyle Lowry
by
played
the way.
tonight. Wow. Dalen Terry got some run too.
Yeah.
Beauchamp. Anyway, Embiid is out. Could be coming back soon. Maxi's going to be out a couple of weeks. And then Paul George is, obviously serving that suspension.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan, if there are fans worried about wins, that could be a win on Thursday. And I don't think a couple of weeks back we thought, the Sixers would be a win. But yeah.
Yeah, if the Kings play like they did against the Clippers, they did against the Jazz, like it's an obvious win. And you know that Russ and DeMar will be playing down the stretch to try and make it a win.
I will say this, looking at their lineup, they've got a lot of athletes. Like VJ is such a freak athlete. Bona's a really good shot blocker. Barlow's a great athlete. Like those that could be problematic for the Kings.
It can. It absolutely can. And I mean, that's the thing you just don't know with this Kings team. What's going to be the response to this shitty game against the Spurs, right?
DeMar's got 45 in 44 minutes tonight.
I want to laugh and say, oh my God, that would be so funny. And like, it's so sad because that could happen.
Yeah.
And it's so funny on a loss like tonight, like them getting clobbered and it being embarrassing at times. Like I didn't feel frustrated, but when you just said that, like I felt something. Like it's just lottery anxiety. Down, 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 down.
Where are we picking? Where are we picking? Mother's Day, lottery day. I've got anxiety.
Anxiety. Down, 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 down. That's kind of like that one song.
It's gonna be so great.
What?
When they pick third.
Is it?
I'm just putting it on the universe.
I like it. You should.
There's too many people that are like, they're picking 8, so I'm trying to counteract that energy.
Nice.
To me, there's no I don't have expectations.
No, but it's like anything in life. You just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna lose anyway," or "I'm just gonna fail anyway." Like, yeah, like put that energy out there, and
There's
are gonna
definitely
fail.
some people who are like, they get them right. Well, cool. They're just gonna mess it up anyway. Like, what's the matter? Oh, cool. They got this guy, but he's probably not gonna do well here. And I go, then why do you even watch? Why do you even care? I had some fan who hit me up on Twitter today talking about like, if the Kings don't get a top 6 pick, he's done being a Kings fan. He's going to either be a Pacers or a Cavs fan. He's from Sacramento, but he doesn't live in Sacramento anymore.
Okay.
And I'm just like, well, okay, like to each their own. But one, leaving your team to go to another team, super lame. Like
100% agree. Like, I'm in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
Like, it would have to be some crazy thing that happened.
And then that's just because I love this city, born and raised here. No
Love.
shit. But I go, okay, think about the flaw in what you're saying. All right, let's say they pick 7th. What if they get the best guy in the draft? Are you coming back?
Yeah.
What happens if they end up getting like, oh my, can you believe it?
Yeah.
This guy ends up being the best. Or, okay, they get the 3rd pick and they miss it.
And if you put
It's
it out
bad.
there on the internet, it lives there forever. So
You can't leave.
no.
And you go, I'm choosing Pacers or the Cavs, as if like the Cavs haven't had tough times too as a franchise. They also had one of the greatest players ever because they got lottery luck. They got lottery luck again when they got Kyrie Irving too. We just need a little lottery luck.
We need a little lottery luck. We do.
And then you got to pick the right guy. Anyway.
Tough.
I'm Kings for life, dude.
How could you not be?
The only way was like, obviously, is if they would have moved to Seattle. I was out.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to become a Sonics fan.
No. That would, and then.
I don't even know what I would have done. Honestly.
Yeah, because that would have
I
been.
didn't want to think about it. My life would be different right now had the Kings left. That's the other thing I think about. My life would be different.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because like, obviously, they have that 90s trend going on, and Deuce posted photos of the 90s trend, and he was in like a Jason Williams jersey at one point.
I'll play it, but I'm going to mute it so I don't get
Okay.
flagged for copyright. Yeah, it's that trend like, hey, Dan, what were you doing in the 90s? Okay, so.
There's Deuce.
What a cutie, huh? What you mean, Jake the Snake?
There's the Kings jersey.
Look at that little shit, dude. I look like I'm up to no good.
Did
What do you
pause it on
Yeah, I
accident?
paused it. What do you think I'm thinking here?
Oh.
Hey, Dad, when are you coming home? When do you get out of prison?
That's sad. Rock.
Dude, what a shirt, huh?
Okay. We don't need to examine every single photo for there you go, the King's cake. Okay, so let me get to my point.
Yeah.
Then you can go to mine.
Hey, definitely gonna go to yours.
Right there. It's right there.
We're gonna talk about who is the better looking child.
We weren't talking about that. Okay.
So,
So there you go. It starts like that.
so
And
here-
then
let's look at Morgan. Oh my God, what happened to your hair in this situation?
my
Like,
mother cut my bangs.
you didn't cut it. Your mom cut your bangs
Oh,
like that.
Yeah, that could have been me too. That one could have
That
been
looks
me.
like a kid.
Keep going.
Dude, that looks
That's like
awful.
a mullet. I know.
No, but it's this little, like your bald.
I don't know. Like I didn't do my hair.
Oh,
Shit.
cute. That's a cute one. That's a cute.
Cool. Thanks for the compliment. Like
Oh, whoa, okay.
the one ear. It's so cute. That is so
Kinda
cute. What a
innocent, nice,
style. Look
okay.
at those cute little ears. Oh, and she just a
Yikes.
little. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Sadie. Oh, okay. Keep going. So as you see, oh, I love that one. The apple too.
This is the greatest one. Look at you.
That
Look how
one.
stupid you look with the bangs as a
1998.
basketball player.
Yeah. I mean, I was a hooper,
You
so
should-
like, who
you should-
cares?
It'd be really funny if you recreated this at some point.
God, I wish I had those jerseys still. I have a lot of my jerseys, like from 7th grade and everything. I don't think I have those ones. Those were cotton rec league jerseys. But anyway, my whole point I was going to get to, because you were talking about being Kings fan for life.
Yeah.
I had someone comment on mine and say, why aren't you wearing any Kings gear? And it's so funny. I remember because all we got were hand-me-downs from my cousins in the 90s. Like that's all we could afford, whatever. But like I wanted a Tisha Penichero jersey. I wanted a Chris Webber jersey. But anyway, so to the person that said that, it's like, yeah, I still wanted it. But my point is, you and I, like, literally born into Kings fandom.
Yeah.
Like, born into it. And that's why, yeah, it's stupid to say, like, a lottery would change your fandom for something. And it's crazy to me that people actually would, like, have that thought. Like, it's just, like, in your, I thought it was just, like, in your blood. Like, you're just born this way. Isn't that what happens with sports?
Yeah, I can't fathom like jumping. It's one thing if you're a little kid, it's like, hey, I'm gonna choose a new team, but just like stick with your team or like don't. It's like you can't just like hop to a good team.
No.
The only way you're allowed to switch teams according to my laws,
Deuce's rule book.
is if you lose your team.
Yeah. Relocated, whatever.
You can stop cheering for if you're just like, I'm done with them. They put me through to. I'm done with them.
But you can't have another team.
And maybe you can if it's like an expansion.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the other rule. You're allowed to switch if it's an expansion team. You can go to a brand new team that's starting from scratch.
Ooh. Well, we did that. We did that with the Aces because because the Monarchs
Yeah,
were gone.
exactly. That's allowed.
So we did that with the Aces, and now it's the Valks.
Yeah.
And that's for obvious reasons. But yeah, no, I think that, and the only other thing that we do during the postseason, NBA postseason, we adopt a team.
Yeah, that's not real though. We just like, oh, this team's entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for this team.
I'm just letting people know.
Let's get to our J Street Dental moment of this game. 132-104 Spurs.
I don't want a moment. I just want to put Maxime Raynaud at 32 points, please. Like, because there's no, like, Darryn Fox, like, showing off his speed and being explosive and knocking down 3 of 5 from three-point land. Or Victor Wembanyama only having to play 22 minutes and, like, having 18 points and 8 rebounds or some
what's
shit.
crazy looking at their minutes tonight. So, De'Aaron played 22 minutes, had 15 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds in 22 minutes. You mentioned Victor. He had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block in 22 minutes. Harrison Barnes played under 22 minutes. He had 16 points, knocked down 4 or 5 from 3. All their guys just played like 19, 20 minutes tonight.
And that was the second night of a back-to-back for them, too,
Yeah.
after taking on the Clips.
Damn, dude.
Yep. But anyway, so Maxime Raynaud is going to be our J Street Dental moment of the game as well. Enriching lives and enhancing smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com. You can also check out their sister office, Sacramento River Dental.
Well, there you go.
God, that poor jar.
That poor jar with all those bad
Dude,
moments from a
we might have to burn that.
18. Maybe that's the play at the end of the year. It's like, you know what? It's like end of the season. We take out
Seance.
all the moments from this past year and we have a ceremony, a burning ceremony.
Maybe we should scan them first just so we can have them digitally and remember them.
Maybe.
And then like burn them and then put like other things too, like a Darryn Fox jersey, just so, because it's like the end of an era.
I'm not burning a Darryn Fox jersey. That's insane.
A fake jersey?
No. I'm not
Okay.
gonna burn a jersey.
What else can we burn?
Look, everyone wants like some sort of cool thing to get this going in the right direction. It's not going to be us, okay? It's not going to be us. You had your one thing where you did your little
Little. Do not patronize the vision board.
your vision board, and it worked out great. The Kings won 48 games that year.
Yeah.
You haven't done one since. Maybe you need to do one before the lottery. That's what you need to do. Vision board before the lottery, and I'll buy into that. But this whole like, hey, when people go, oh, the Kings are cursed. They're not cursed, okay?
I love
It's
that you'll
called,
buy into the vision board, but not.
because the vision board is like, I want to believe that they can get the #1 pick. It's setting your like intentions. The whole like the Kings are cursed thing. No, the Kings have just been ran poorly forever. Right? They make bad
Fair enough.
decisions, and that's that's what it is. There's no curse.
Fine. Lottery vision board 2026.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. A lot of games in a couple of days. I'm hoping that the Kings can redeem themselves against Philly in just a competitive matchup, and some of the young guys can play down the stretch, especially if it is a competitive game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, there's not many games left now. We're down to 12 games left in the NBA season for the Sacramento Kings.
Crazy.
And yeah, I was excited to go to the arena today. And people ask all the time, like, oh, how's it going for you? Tough season, huh? And I'm like, it is, but I don't know. I think I knew they were going to be bad. I didn't think they were going to be this bad. Then once all the injuries happened, it's like, yeah, it just is what it is. And there's a part of me that in some ways is grateful that they are as bad as they are right now, because they have a chance at a good pick.
That's
as
fair.
Opposed to being like a 28-30 win team.
A
and
mid
just being,
team.
Cool. We're for sure picking 13th this year. That's awesome.
That
You know what
would
I
be
mean?
worse. That
So
would be worse.
That's where I'm kind of at with it. But I was excited to go to the arena today because I'm like, there'll be some good energy. Maybe we'll play a competitive game and you get to see Victor and Darryn and see this crew. I'm trying to find like the good in each game. And from people who have to watch every single game, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You have to be like, okay, what's exciting about this game?
But-
There's always a couple of things that are exciting. I'm like, ooh, what's Max going to look like tonight against Victor?
And you say you have to, but it's like, it's a genuine you have to. Like, there's no like, oh my God, let me force something that I'm going to try and be excited about. It's like, truly, there's always going to be something that can be exciting to look forward to, or an angle or whatever it is. And then sometimes those angles will just let you down too.
Yeah. I was reading Ramjack's comment too. Spent over $500,000 on tickets and suites over 20 years. Oh, let's talk about it.
Well,
Why don't you spend some money over here, huh?
super chat. Hello for
Why don't you give
500,000.
everyone money in the chat, huh?
What the hell?
Over there raking it in, huh? He said, one playoff season, fire good coaches, keep bad coaches, draft terribly, lose the best players, can't assemble a proper team. It's okay to switch. Yeah. Here. Okay. How about this? My rule, my
have
last
that
final
money.
thought. You switch. Go ahead, switch. You don't come back.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
You break up with me? No, we're not coming together. No. Oh, we're winning 50 games where we get the #1 pick. You're not allowed to come back. That's the
and
rule.
it's totally
fine.
fair to do your breakup, especially if you feel like spending that much
Yeah.
money. What, by the way, like that's a lot of money to spend on any.
My God.
Like, oh,
$500
God, like
Rams.
I'll take 500,000. What the
Oh,
hell?
no.
But anyway, it's a fair enough rule. Fair enough rule.
All right. Well, we appreciate you guys so much. We'll be back on Thursday. We love you guys, but we got to go.
You all have a wonderful rest of your night.
See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce